The South Dakota State Historical Society is looking for public input to help them plan for their fiscal year 2025 grant application. State House reporter Grant Green has more on this effort. He's in studio with our top story tonight at 6. Good evening, Grant.
Good evening, Cordell. The Society's Preservation Office is putting together this application to help with preservation efforts in South Dakota. We all know how important it is to remember and appreciate history. That's why it's so important to help out and share your thoughts.
Sometimes, history is not as well told as it could be. That's why the South Dakota State Historic Preservation Office is reaching out to the public to learn more about the history of South Dakota.
We're interested in property owners and landowners up-to-date ideas and understandings of historic places within that they may know of that we wouldn't necessarily be immediately aware of.
The office manages matters of historic preservation in the state, including overseeing the National Register of Historic Places program. They survey and register historic properties in order to best provide assistance for potential preservation. Although there is history in everything in our world, the qualifications needed in order to make efforts of preservation worth it are clear.
Something of high historic value if some event took place there and somebody now knows some evidence that, hey, this is where that occurred. If there's structure, building still standing from that place, and if the structure itself is unique.
But if you're fortunate enough, you may have yourself a site that's listed on the National Register of Historic Places, like the Wachipi Grounds, listed as a site back in 2022.
Things like that are really fun to put on the list because that highlights them around the country.
The office says it lists anywhere from 6 to 10 new sites each year on the National Register. The form will be available through the end of October. You can find a link to that with this story on dakotanewsnow.com.